Welcome to the Power of Silence. In this audiobook, we'll explore silence from every angle: its history, its science, its daily practice, its impact on relationships, and its deep spiritual meaning. A quick note before we begin. This audiobook is AI narrated. We do this so we can bring meaningful content in a more speedy and consistent way. But every word, every idea, and every chapter has been carefully researched, written, and crafted by us. The voice may be synthetic, but the message is entirely human. Now let's begin the journey into the power of silence.
Prelude, the Symphony of Stillness. In the relentless symphony of our daily lives, where every moment is filled with the clamor of conversation, the buzz of technology, and the cacophony of society, there lies an underestimated and often overlooked power, the power of silence. The power of silence, how stillness speaks volumes, is an invitation to step away from the noise, to find solace in the stillness, and to discover the profound impact that silence can have on our minds, bodies, and souls. This book is not merely a collection of thoughts but a journey into the essence of what it means to engage with the quiet, to listen to the nothingness, and to find in it the echoes of our deepest selves. As we embark on this journey together, we will explore the vast landscapes of silence that exist both around and within us. Through stories that resonate, insights that inspire, and practices that guide, this book aims to illuminate the path to a more mindful, peaceful, and meaningful existence. Silence, as we will discover, is not the absence of something but the presence of everything. It is in the quiet moments that we can hear our thoughts, understand our feelings, and connect with the world in a more profound way. This prelude is an invitation to pause, to breathe, and to open your heart to the possibilities that silence offers. It is a call to explore the uncharted territories of your inner landscape, where the whispers of your soul can guide you to a deeper understanding of yourself and your place in the world. As we move through the pages of this book, let us embrace the power of silence, letting its subtle strength transform us in ways we never imagined possible. In the silence, we find ourselves. In the stillness, our stories unfold. Welcome to The Power of Silence, How Stillness Speaks Volumes. Chapter 1: The Lost Art of Silence. In the tapestry of human history, silence has been woven into the fabric of cultures and civilizations with reverence and significance. It has been a companion of the wise, a sanctuary for the reflective, and a wellspring of insight and inspiration. Our ancestors understood the profound power that lies in silence, an understanding that seems to have dimmed in the relentless pace of modern life. In this chapter, we embark on a journey back in time to unearth the lost art of silence, exploring its historical and cultural roots across the globe. From the contemplative silence of Buddhist monasteries in the East to the reflective quietude of the Desert Fathers in the West, silence has been sought after as a gateway to deeper understanding and enlightenment. In the ancient world, silence was not merely the absence of sound, it was a distinct and vital space for connection, reflection, and spiritual growth. Great thinkers, philosophers, and spiritual leaders across ages and civilizations have extolled the virtues of silence, recognizing it as a powerful force for harnessing inner peace and wisdom. As we explore the ancient practices that celebrated silence, we uncover a world where stillness was an integral part of the human experience, a revered practice that shaped philosophies, religions, and ways of life. This exploration sets the foundation for understanding the significance of silence, not just as a historical concept, but as a timeless and universal art that carries profound relevance in our noisy, modern world. Through this journey, we aim to rediscover the value of silence that our ancestors celebrated, a value that invites us to reconnect with the depths of our being and the essence of the world around us. The sanctuary within, silence in ancient practices. In the heart of ancient meditation and contemplation practices, silence was not merely a backdrop but a profound teacher, a guide leading the soul to depths unfathomable by the noise-cluttered mind. This reverence for silence as a vital component of spiritual and contemplative practices is a thread that weaves through the tapestry of human history, crossing cultural and geographical boundaries to reveal a universal truth. In silence, we find the essence of being. The Eastern Whisper. In the East, the role of silence is exemplified in the practice of vipassana, one of the oldest forms of meditation that originated in India. Vipassana, meaning to see things as they really are, is a practice of profound self-observation. Practitioners sit in silence, focusing inward to observe the nature of reality manifesting within their own experiences. This silent observation leads to insights into the nature of suffering, impermanence, and egolessness, forming the cornerstone of enlightenment in Buddhist philosophy. Similarly, Zen Buddhism from Japan places a significant emphasis on zazen or seated meditation, where silence is a path to awakening. The Zen saying, "The silence is more eloquent than words," encapsulates the belief that truth and enlightenment are found not through scholarly debate or the reading of texts, but through the experience of deep, contemplative silence. The Western Echo. In the West, the Desert Fathers of Christianity, early monastics who lived in solitude in the deserts of Egypt, saw silence as a way to God. They believed that in the absence of external noise, one could hear the voice of God more clearly. Their practices included periods of profound silence, punctuated only by prayer and contemplation, seeking divine revelation in the quiet of the desert. Similarly, in the mystical traditions of Christianity, such as those practiced by the Quakers, silence is central to worship and spiritual communion. The Quakers believe that in silence, one can better attune themselves to the inner light of God's presence within. The indelible impact. These ancient practices underscore a fundamental human truth, that silence holds the key to deeper understanding and self-realization. By stepping away from the cacophony of the external world and entering the sanctuary of internal silence, individuals have, across millennia, found strength, wisdom, and a profound connection to the divine. As we reflect on the role of silence in these ancient traditions, we uncover a powerful antidote to the relentless noise of modern life. These practices invite us to reclaim silence not as a void to be filled, but as a space to be explored, a realm where the soul can expand, where insights bloom, and where we can reconnect with the essence of who we are. In embracing the lessons of our ancestors, we learn that silence is indeed a profound teacher, whispering truths that resonate across the ages, urging us to find peace in the stillness within. From reverence to resistance, the evolving perception of silence. The journey of silence through the corridors of time reveals a stark transformation in its role and perception in our lives. Once revered as a wellspring of wisdom and a pathway to the divine, silence now finds itself in a battle against the incessant din of modernity. This shift from a cherished practice to a challenging presence in our lives marks a significant cultural and psychological transition, reflecting broader changes in human society and our relationship with the world around us. The age of noise. In the past, silence was interwoven into the daily rhythms of life, seamlessly blending with the natural world's own quietude. It was an integral part of spiritual rituals, a space for contemplation, and a respected teacher. Communities understood the value of quiet moments, not only for spiritual pursuits but also for the simple, profound act of being present. Contrastingly, the present age is characterized by an ever-present barrage of auditory stimuli. Urbanization, technological advancements, and the rise of social media have contributed to a soundscape dominated by noise. The hum of machinery, the constant ping of notifications, and the cacophony of crowded spaces have made silence a scarce commodity. In this noise-dominated era, moments of quiet are often seen as voids to be filled rather than spaces to be cherished. The psychological shift. This transition reflects a deeper psychological shift. In ancient times, the embrace of silence was rooted in a holistic understanding of human well-being, where the mind, body, and spirit were interconnected. Silence was a medium through which one could achieve balance and harmony within this triad. Today, the relentless pace of life fosters an environment where stillness is often equated with unproductivity or isolation. The modern ethos champions constant connectivity, action, and external achievement, leaving little room for the introspection and growth that silence can foster. This has led to a collective unease with silence, where many feel uncomfortable in its presence, often seeking to drown it out with more noise. Reclaiming silence. Despite these challenges, there is a growing recognition of the need to reclaim silence. Research highlighting the detrimental effects of noise pollution on mental and physical health has begun to shift perceptions once again. There is a budding awareness that the wisdom of the past holds relevance in the present, offering solutions to the very modern problems of stress, disconnection, and overwhelm. This discussion point underscores the critical need for a cultural re-evaluation of silence. By understanding the roots of our discomfort with silence and recognizing the profound benefits it offers, we can begin to integrate moments of quiet into our lives. Relearning how to embrace silence is not just about turning down the volume of the external world, it's about tuning into the rich, inner world of thoughts, feelings, and sensations that silence can reveal. As we navigate the noise-dominated present, let us remember the lessons of the past, where silence was not just golden, but essential for the well-being of the soul. Embracing the quiet, navigating the noise. In our journey through the realms of silence, we arrive at a crucial crossroad, relearning how to embrace silence in an age where distraction is not just prevalent but often celebrated. This transition from understanding the value of silence to practically integrating it into our daily lives requires a deliberate shift in perspective and habits. It's about rediscovering the art of stillness amid the chaos, turning towards the quiet with intention and mindfulness. The challenge of modern distractions. The contemporary landscape is riddled with distractions that fragment our attention and erode our capacity for silence. From the constant buzz of smartphones to the lure of endless digital content, our environment is designed to keep us in a state of perpetual engagement. This external noise is mirrored internally, where the mind becomes accustomed to a steady stream of thoughts, worries, and stimuli, leaving little space for quietude. Strategies for embracing silence. Embracing silence in such a world may seem daunting, yet it is both a necessary and achievable endeavor. The following strategies offer a pathway to reintegrate silence into our lives, transforming our relationship with stillness. 1. Digital detoxes and mindful technology use. Setting boundaries around technology use can create spaces of silence. This could mean designated tech-free hours, mindful consumption of media, and using technology intentionally rather than habitually. 2. Scheduled silent times. Just as we schedule meetings or social engagements, setting aside time for silence can help make stillness a priority. Whether it's a few minutes of quiet reflection in the morning or silent walks in nature, these scheduled pauses can become sanctuaries of peace. 3. Silence as a practice. Incorporating practices like meditation, deep breathing, or yoga can cultivate an inner sense of silence. Over time, these practices can help quiet the mind, making it easier to find stillness amid external noise. 4. Creating silent spaces. Designating a specific area in your home as a silent space can serve as a physical reminder of the value of quiet. This space can become a retreat for silent reading, contemplation, or simply sitting in stillness. 5. Engaging with silence in community. Participating in silent retreats or silent meals can offer profound experiences of shared silence. These communal practices can deepen our appreciation for silence and provide support in our journey towards embracing quiet. The path forward. Relearning how to embrace silence is not merely an exercise in reducing noise, it's about creating a space where we can listen deeply, to ourselves, to others, and to the world around us. As we make room for silence in our lives, we begin to notice its transformative power, enhanced creativity, deeper connections, and a more grounded presence. This rediscovery of silence as a source of strength and wisdom offers a counterbalance to the distractions of modern life. By consciously choosing silence, we reclaim a part of our humanity that has been overshadowed by the noise. In the quiet, we find not emptiness, but a rich tapestry of thoughts, feelings, and insights waiting to be explored. Embracing silence, then, is not a retreat from the world but a deeper engagement with it, a way to navigate the distractions with grace and purpose, and a step towards a more peaceful, mindful existence. Conclusion. As we reach the close of Chapter 1, The Lost Art of Silence, we stand at the threshold of a profound realization. The rediscovery of silence is not merely an academic or philosophical pursuit but a vital reconnection with a deeply human need. Through our exploration of ancient practices, the cultural shift towards noise, and the modern challenge of embracing stillness, we have uncovered a tapestry of wisdom that speaks to the soul's longing for peace and clarity. Silence, as we have seen, is more than the absence of sound. It is a presence, a force of nature that holds the power to transform, heal, and enlighten. The journey towards reintegrating silence into our lives is akin to rediscovering a lost art, one that requires patience, practice, and a willingness to explore the spaces within us that have been long neglected. As we gently nudge the reader towards seeing silence as a companion on their journey towards inner peace, we also hint at the practical approaches that await. The transition from this foundational understanding to the tangible, evidence-backed benefits explored in the next chapter promises to bridge the gap between ancient wisdom and modern science. In Chapter 2, The Science of Silence, we delve into how silence impacts our psychological and physiological well-being, offering readers a concrete basis for integrating silence into their daily lives. In conclusion, the art of silence is a journey back to ourselves, a path that leads us through the noise of the external world into the quietude of our inner landscape. It is here, in the embrace of silence, that we find the strength, wisdom, and peace that have eluded us in the cacophony of modern existence. As we prepare to explore the science behind silence's transformative power, let us carry forward the lessons of the past, the challenges of the present, and the hope for a more serene, mindful future. The journey of rediscovery is just beginning, and the promise of silence's profound impact on our lives awaits. Chapter 2, The Science of Silence. As we transition into Chapter 2, The Science of Silence, our exploration takes a compelling turn towards the tangible, scientifically backed benefits of silence on our well-being. This chapter opens the door to a realm where silence is not just a philosophical ideal but a powerful, measurable force that profoundly influences our mental and physical health. Recent decades have seen a surge in scientific interest regarding the effects of silence on the human body and mind. Researchers from various disciplines have begun to uncover evidence that reinforces what many cultures have intuitively known for centuries: silence carries significant health benefits. From neuroscience to psychology, studies are revealing how periods of silence, far from being mere absences of noise, actively contribute to brain health, stress reduction, and overall well-being. This introduction serves as a gateway to understanding the transformative power of silence, grounded in scientific research. It aims to bridge the ancient wisdom discussed in the first chapter with modern scientific discoveries, illustrating how the art of silence is supported by empirical evidence. As we navigate through this chapter, we will explore how silence affects our mental health, enhances cognitive functions, and offers surprising physiological benefits. The journey from anecdotal reverence to scientific validation not only deepens our appreciation for silence but also provides a practical framework for incorporating it into our daily lives. With each study and expert insight, we move closer to understanding how the quiet can hold the key to unlocking our fullest potential. The Quietude Cure: Silence as a Balm for the Mind. In an age where stress is often considered a ubiquitous aspect of modern life, the search for effective antidotes has led us back to one of humanity's most ancient practices: silence. The impact of silence on stress reduction and mental health is not just a matter of folklore or spiritual belief but is increasingly being validated by scientific research. This segment explores the profound effects that silence has on our mental well-being, offering insights into how it acts as a powerful tool in the fight against stress and its associated health issues. A sanctuary from stress. Studies in the field of neuroscience have shown that silence has a direct impact on stress markers in the brain. Periods of silence have been linked to the reduction of cortisol, a hormone associated with stress, and an increase in the production of brain-derived neurotrophic factor, BDNF, which plays a crucial role in brain health and resilience. Silence, it appears, acts as a reset button for the brain, allowing it to repair and strengthen itself away from the onslaught of sensory input that characterizes modern life. Mental health and the sound of silence. Beyond stress reduction, silence has profound implications for overall mental health. Research indicates that incorporating silent periods into one's routine can enhance mindfulness and promote a state of mental clarity and focus. This mindfulness, in turn, has been linked to lower rates of anxiety and depression, conditions that are often exacerbated by the constant noise and distraction of our surroundings. Silence, by providing a space for reflection and introspection, enables individuals to process emotions more effectively, leading to improved mental health outcomes. Neurological nourishment. The benefits of silence extend to the very structure of our brains. Silence has been found to promote the growth of new neurons in the hippocampus, an area of the brain associated with memory, emotion regulation, and learning. This neurogenesis not only contributes to improved cognitive function but also plays a role in resilience against stress-related disorders. By nurturing our brain's architecture, silence helps fortify our mental landscape, making us more resilient to the pressures of life. The ripple effect on mental health. The positive impact of silence on stress and mental health creates a ripple effect, influencing various aspects of life. Improved stress management leads to better sleep patterns, enhanced concentration, and a more positive outlook on life. These changes can significantly affect personal and professional relationships, productivity, and overall quality of life. The embrace of silence, therefore, is not just a personal health strategy but a holistic approach to enhancing well-being. In conclusion, the science of silence offers compelling evidence of its beneficial effects on stress reduction and mental health. As we uncover more about the Quietude Cure, it becomes clear that reintegrating silence into our daily lives is not merely a luxury but a necessity for mental and emotional well-being. This understanding paves the way for practical applications and lifestyle changes that can help individuals harness the restorative power of silence, turning the tide against the stress and mental health challenges of our time. The Symphony of Stillness, boosting brainpower through silence. In an era where multitasking and digital distractions have become the norm, the quest for enhanced focus, creativity, and cognitive function is more pressing than ever. Remarkably, one of the most effective tools for sharpening our mental faculties is also one of the most accessible yet often overlooked: silence. This section examines the fascinating ways in which silence can bolster our brain's performance, fostering an environment where focus, creativity, and cognitive capabilities flourish. Silence sharpens focus. In the constant buzz of the modern world, our attention is fragmented, with numerous demands vying for our notice. Silence, however, creates a pause in this sensory overload, allowing the brain to rest, recharge, and realign. Studies have shown that periods of silence can significantly improve attention span and concentration. When the brain is not overwhelmed by noise or information, it can process and respond more effectively to the tasks at hand. This enhanced focus is not just momentary. Regular intervals of silence have long-term benefits, helping to cultivate a deeper, sustained concentration. Creativity's quiet companion. Silence is also a powerful catalyst for creativity. The quiet allows our minds to wander, dream, and engage in what psychologists call default mode network activity. This mode is essential for creative thinking and problem-solving as it enables the brain to make new connections, explore ideas, and come up with innovative solutions. In silence, we give our minds the freedom to explore the inner recesses of our imagination, untouched by external noise. This leads to a flourishing of creative ideas, making silence a vital ingredient in the creative process. Cognitive benefits of silence. The cognitive benefits of embracing silence are profound. Beyond enhancing focus and creativity, silence has been shown to aid in memory formation and learning. When our brains are not bombarded by noise, they can process information more effectively, leading to better retention and understanding. Furthermore, silence has been linked to the regeneration of brain cells, particularly in the hippocampus, the region associated with memory and learning. This neurogenesis not only improves current cognitive function but also helps protect the brain against age-related decline. Beyond the brain, the holistic impact of silence. The influence of silence on focus, creativity, and cognitive function underscores a vital truth: the state of our external environment deeply impacts our internal world. Silence, by providing a respite from the sensory demands of everyday life, allows our brains to function at their highest potential. The benefits extend beyond individual tasks or moments of inspiration. They contribute to a more attentive, imaginative, and intelligent engagement with the world around us. In conclusion, the science of silence reveals its indispensable role in enhancing mental performance. By incorporating silent intervals into our routine, we can unlock the full potential of our focus, creativity, and cognitive capabilities. As we move forward, this understanding not only enriches our personal lives but also offers a blueprint for cultivating more productive, innovative, and cognitively vibrant communities. The healing harmony of hush, silence, and physical well-being. In the exploration of silence's multifaceted benefits, its impact extends beyond the mental and cognitive to significantly influence our physical health. The cultivation of regular silent intervals is not just a balm for the mind but a tonic for the body, offering remarkable health benefits that underscore the profound interconnectedness of our physical and mental well-being. This section discusses the physiological advantages of embracing silence, shedding light on how quiet moments can foster a healthier, more vibrant life. Cardiovascular health and silence. One of the most striking physical benefits of silence is its effect on heart health. Research has demonstrated that periods of silence can help lower blood pressure and reduce heart rate, markers associated with stress and anxiety reduction. In a world where heart disease remains a leading cause of mortality, the ability of silence to alleviate cardiovascular strain is of immense value. By providing the heart a momentary pause from the relentless pace of daily life, silence acts as a preventive measure against stress-induced cardiac issues. Silence strengthens the immune system. Silence also plays a crucial role in bolstering the body's immune response. Chronic noise exposure has been linked to increased levels of stress hormones, which can suppress immune function. Conversely, engaging in silent practices like meditation or spending time in quiet natural settings can enhance immune resilience, making the body better equipped to ward off infections and diseases. This immune-boosting effect further exemplifies how the adoption of silent intervals can be a simple yet effective strategy for enhancing overall health. Enhancing sleep quality. The quest for improved sleep quality in an age of insomnia and sleep disturbances has led many to the doorstep of silence. The presence of constant background noise can significantly disrupt sleep patterns, whereas environments characterized by tranquility promote deeper, more restorative sleep. Silence before bedtime, free from digital distractions, prepares the mind and body for sleep, facilitating a transition into the restful states necessary for health and regeneration. Neurological health and regeneration. Beyond its immediate calming effects, silence has been found to positively affect the brain's structure and function. Studies have shown that silence can stimulate the growth of new brain cells, contributing to neuroplasticity and cognitive resilience. This cellular regeneration is vital for maintaining neurological health over time, particularly in the face of aging and neurodegenerative diseases. By embracing periods of quiet, we nurture our brain's vitality, supporting its ability to adapt, learn, and thrive throughout our lives. The physical symphony of silence. The physical health benefits of regular silent intervals paint a picture of silence as a powerful, accessible tool for enhancing well-being. From cardiovascular health to immune function, sleep quality, and neurological vitality, the advantages of incorporating silence into our lives are both profound and pervasive. As we conclude this exploration, it's clear that silence offers more than a mere respite from the noise. It provides a foundational element for a holistic approach to health, emphasizing the intrinsic link between the tranquility of our external environments and the harmony of our internal states. Embracing silence, therefore, is not just a lifestyle choice but a holistic health strategy, inviting us to experience life in its fullest, most vibrant expression. Conclusion. As we conclude Chapter 2, The Science of Silence, we have traversed the landscape of silence, uncovering its profound impact on our mental, cognitive, and physical well-being. The journey through scientific studies and empirical evidence has illuminated the transformative power of silence, a force that, when harnessed, can significantly enhance our quality of life. From the reduction of stress and enhancement of mental health to the sharpening of our focus, creativity, cognitive functions, and the myriad physical health benefits, the case for integrating silence into our daily lives has never been more compelling. This exploration serves not only as an affirmation of silence's intrinsic value but also as a foundation upon which we can build practical applications. The benefits highlighted in this chapter underscore the necessity of making silent intervals a routine part of our existence, not as mere moments of escape but as vital components of a holistic approach to health and well-being. As we transition to Chapter 3, The Silence in Practice, the focus shifts from understanding the science behind silence to applying this knowledge in tangible, everyday contexts. This next chapter is dedicated to transforming theory into action, providing readers with practical strategies and insights to cultivate silence amidst the chaos of modern life. From simple, daily practices to more immersive experiences like silent retreats, we will explore diverse approaches to integrating silence into our routines, making it accessible to all, regardless of lifestyle or level of experience. The journey ahead is one of discovery and transformation, an invitation to not only appreciate the silent moments but to actively create them. Through practical applications, personal reflections, and shared experiences, Chapter 3 aims to empower readers to embrace silence as a practice, unlocking its potential to enrich and elevate our lives. The science of silence paves the way, but it is through practice that we truly experience its gifts, weaving silence into the fabric of our daily existence and opening ourselves to the profound peace and clarity it brings. Chapter 3: Silence in Practice. This chapter is dedicated to providing readers with actionable strategies and insightful techniques to cultivate silence amidst the constant noise and chaos that characterize much of modern existence. Here, we bridge the gap between understanding the value of silence and making it an accessible, enriching part of our routine. Whether you are a beginner curious about the benefits of silent practices or a seasoned practitioner looking to deepen your journey, this chapter offers a comprehensive guide to incorporating moments of silence into your life. From the simplicity of daily silent pauses to the transformative experience of silent retreats and meditative practices, we explore a range of methods designed to suit diverse lifestyles and preferences. Our aim is to demystify the practice of silence, presenting it not as an elusive ideal but as a practical, achievable lifestyle choice. By integrating silence into our days, we open the door to a multitude of benefits previously discussed in Chapter 2, from enhanced mental and physical health to a deeper sense of presence and mindfulness. As we look at the specifics of daily silence practices, the transformative potential of silent retreats, and the creation of personal sanctuaries of silence, we invite you on a journey of discovery. This chapter is both a guide and an invitation to explore the profound impact that silence can have on our lives, offering the tools and inspiration needed to embark on this enriching path. Let us take the first steps towards cultivating a quieter, more mindful existence, embracing the practice of silence as a source of strength, clarity, and peace. Integrating silence into the rhythm of everyday life. In the quest for tranquility amidst the turbulence of daily life, integrating silence becomes a deliberate act of self-care and mindfulness. Let's explore practical strategies for incorporating daily silence practices into your routine, offering a pathway to greater peace, focus, and well-being. Whether you have just a few minutes or can dedicate a more substantial portion of your day, these practices are designed to be flexible, accessible, and impactful. Starting small, the power of brief silent intervals. The journey into silence need not be daunting. Begin with the simple commitment to spend a few minutes in silence each day. This could be early in the morning, during a break in your workday, or just before bed. The key is consistency and intentionality. Here are a few suggestions to get started. Mindful breathing. Dedicate 5 minutes to focus solely on your breath, letting thoughts pass without engagement. This practice can serve as a powerful anchor to the present moment, calming the mind and body. Silent meals. Try eating one meal a day in silence, paying full attention to the experience of eating, from the flavors and textures of your food to the act of chewing and swallowing. This practice cultivates mindfulness and gratitude for the nourishment you receive. Nature walks. Spend time in nature without headphones or distractions. Let the natural sounds surround you, but focus on maintaining an internal quietude. The rhythmic sounds of nature can enhance your silent experience. Building a habit. Scheduled silence. To deepen the impact of silence in your life, consider scheduling specific times for silence into your daily routine. Treating these moments with the same importance as other commitments reinforces the value of silence in your life. Here are ways to establish a silence routine. Digital detox. Allocate a portion of your day, such as the first hour after waking up or the last hour before bed, as a technology-free time. Use this period to engage in silent reflection, meditation, or simply to be present with your thoughts. Silent commutes. If you commute, allocate several days a week to travel in silence. Use this time to disconnect from the constant input of media and allow your mind to rest and recharge. Silence before sleep. Create a bedtime ritual that includes a period of silence, free from screens and distractions. This can help signal to your body that it's time to wind down, promoting deeper and more restorative sleep. Embracing silence as a lifestyle choice. Incorporating daily silence practices is not merely about reducing noise, it's about creating space for yourself to breathe, reflect, and connect with your inner world. As these practices become woven into the fabric of your daily life, you may notice a shift in how you relate to yourself and the world around you. Silence becomes a sanctuary, a place of refuge and rejuvenation. Practical tips for success. Be realistic and gentle. Start with what feels manageable and gradually increase your silent intervals. There's no need to force lengthy practices. The consistency and intention behind the silence are what truly matter. Customize your practice. Adapt silence practices to fit your lifestyle and preferences. The goal is to make silence a natural and enjoyable part of your day. Reflect on your experience. Occasionally, take time to reflect on how these practices are affecting your life. This can help you appreciate the benefits and motivate you to continue. Daily silence practices offer a powerful tool for enhancing our mental, emotional, and physical well-being. By intentionally integrating moments of silence into our routines, we open the door to a more mindful, peaceful, and enriched life. As we move forward, let these practices be a foundation upon which we build a deeper connection with ourselves and a greater appreciation for the quiet moments that life offers. The transformative journey, silent retreats and meditative practices. Embarking on a silent retreat or engaging in meditative practices represents a profound commitment to deepening one's relationship with silence. This exploration moves beyond the realm of daily silence practices, offering a more immersive experience that can lead to significant personal transformation and insight. Here, we take a look into the power of these practices, shedding light on their benefits and how they can be incorporated into one's journey towards inner peace and mindfulness. Silent retreats, a deep dive into stillness. Silent retreats offer an opportunity to step away from the noise and distractions of everyday life, immersing oneself in an environment dedicated to silence and reflection. These retreats, which can last from a weekend to several weeks, provide a structured space to explore inner silence deeply. Participants engage in various silent activities, including meditation, walking, yoga, and contemplative reading, all designed to foster an environment of introspection and mindfulness. Benefits of silent retreats. Enhanced self-awareness. Extended periods of silence encourage participants to confront their thoughts, emotions, and beliefs directly, leading to increased self-awareness and understanding. Deepen meditation practice. The quiet and supportive environment of a retreat deepens meditation practice, allowing individuals to experience more profound states of tranquility and insight. Stress reduction and renewal. By disconnecting from the demands of daily life, silent retreats offer a powerful antidote to stress, leading to a sense of renewal and rejuvenation. Meditative practices, cultivating daily silence. Meditative practices serve as a cornerstone for integrating silence into daily life. Meditation does not require an escape from the world but rather provides a way to be in the world more consciously and peacefully. Through regular meditation, individuals can cultivate a sense of inner silence that permeates their daily activities, enhancing mindfulness and presence. Implementing meditative practices. Consistent routine, establishing a regular meditation practice, even for just a few minutes each day, can significantly impact one's mental and emotional well-being. Diverse techniques, exploring different meditation techniques, such as mindfulness meditation, loving-kindness meditation, or breath-focused meditation, can help individuals find the practice that best suits their needs and preferences. Integration into daily life. Beyond formal sitting meditation, individuals can practice mindfulness in everyday activities, turning ordinary moments into opportunities for presence and reflection. The synergy of silence and meditation. The combination of silent retreats and meditative practices creates a powerful synergy that can transform one's approach to life. Silent retreats offer a deep, immersive experience that can catalyze significant shifts in perspective and awareness, while daily meditative practices help to sustain and integrate these insights into everyday life. Together, they provide a comprehensive approach to cultivating silence, enabling individuals to access a deeper sense of peace, clarity, and connection. The journey into silence through silent retreats and meditative practices offers a transformative path for those seeking to deepen their self-awareness, enhance their well-being, and live more mindfully. By committing to these practices, individuals can discover the profound peace and wisdom that reside within the quietude, opening the door to a life marked by greater serenity and presence. Crafting quiet, establishing your personal sanctuary of silence. In a world where silence has become a scarce commodity, creating a personal sanctuary dedicated to quiet and reflection is not just a luxury, it's a vital act of self-care. This section explores how individuals can carve out a space of tranquility in their own homes or lives, a refuge where silence is not only welcomed but celebrated. By designing a personal sanctuary, you can foster an environment that supports your journey towards mindfulness, inner peace, and deeper connection with yourself. Identifying your space. The first step in creating your sanctuary is identifying a space that can be dedicated to silence. This doesn't require an extensive area or a secluded retreat. Even a small corner of a room can be transformed into a peaceful haven. The key is that this space should feel safe, comfortable, and detached from the daily distractions and demands of life. Tips for choosing your space. Personal touch. Select a space that resonates with you personally. It could be a spot by a window with natural light, a cozy nook, or even a section of your garden or balcony. Minimalism. Keep the area uncluttered and simple. A serene environment free from too many visual distractions encourages a calm mind. Nature elements. Incorporating elements of nature, such as plants or a small fountain, can enhance the peacefulness of your sanctuary. Cultivating silence in your sanctuary. With your space selected, the focus shifts to cultivating an atmosphere of silence and stillness. This involves not just the absence of noise but the presence of elements that encourage reflection and introspection. Creating the atmosphere. Soundscapes. While the goal is silence, subtle soundscapes like gentle white noise machines or recordings of natural sounds, without music, can help mask disruptive external noise. Comfort. Ensure your sanctuary invites relaxation. This might mean adding cushions, a comfortable chair, or soft lighting to create a warm, inviting space. Tech-free zone. Designate your sanctuary as a technology-free zone, free from phones, computers, and other digital distractions. Integrating your sanctuary into daily life. Creating a sanctuary of silence is only the first step. Integrating it into your daily routine is where its true value comes alive. Commit to spending time in your sanctuary daily, even if it's just for a few minutes. Use this time for silent meditation, reading, journaling, or simply sitting in quiet reflection. Making it a habit. Schedule silence. Just as you would schedule an important appointment, block off time in your day specifically for your sanctuary. Treating this time with respect reinforces its importance in your life. Rituals of transition. Establish a simple ritual to signify your transition into silence when you enter your sanctuary. This could be lighting a candle, taking a few deep breaths, or anything that signals to your mind and body that this is a time for quiet. Reflect and adjust. Regularly reflect on your experience in your sanctuary. What works? What doesn't? This space should evolve with you, adapting to support your journey in silence. The sanctuary within. Ultimately, while creating a physical space for silence is powerful, the most profound sanctuary we can cultivate is within ourselves. Your personal sanctuary of silence serves as a reminder and a training ground for carrying the peace and stillness you find there into the wider world. As you become more adept at accessing this inner quiet, you'll find that your sanctuary is not just a place but a state of being, accessible anywhere, anytime. In conclusion, crafting a personal sanctuary of silence is an essential step towards embracing the transformative power of quiet in our lives. By dedicating space and time to silence, we not only enhance our immediate environment but also deepen our capacity for mindfulness, resilience, and joy. Conclusion. As we conclude Chapter 3, The Silence in Practice, we have journeyed through the practical aspects of integrating silence into our daily lives. From the simple yet profound implementation of daily silence practices to the deep, immersive experiences of silent retreats and the creation of personal sanctuaries of silence, this chapter has laid out a path for anyone seeking to cultivate a more peaceful and mindful existence. The journey into silence is as varied and unique as the individuals who embark on it. Whether through small moments of quietude in a busy day, dedicated practices that deepen one's connection to stillness, or the intentional creation of spaces that honor silence, the practices discussed here are invitations to explore the transformative power of silence in your own life. Stories of transformation through silence, shared by those who have walked this path, serve as testaments to the profound impact that these practices can have. They remind us that the quest for silence is not merely about escaping the noise of the external world but about discovering the richness of our inner landscape. In silence, we find a wellspring of insight, creativity, and peace that can enrich every aspect of our lives. Embracing silence as a practice is an act of courage in a world that often equates noise with importance and busyness with success. It requires a conscious decision to step back, to listen, and to be present with oneself. Yet, as we have seen, the rewards of such a practice are immeasurable. Silence offers a respite for the mind, a healing balm for the heart, and a clear vision for the soul. Chapter 4, Communicating Through Silence. In Chapter 4, Communicating Through Silence, we embark on an exploration of one of life's most intriguing paradoxes, the profound ability of silence to communicate, connect, and deepen our relationships with others. Far from being merely an absence of sound, silence in the realm of communication holds a multitude of meanings and intentions, capable of conveying messages that words sometimes cannot reach. This chapter opens the door to understanding the nuanced role that silence plays in our interactions, highlighting its potential to enhance listening, understanding, and the emotional bonds between people. Silence, often overlooked or misunderstood in our fast-paced, word-saturated world, emerges here as a powerful tool in the art of communication. It serves as a canvas against which the spoken and unspoken are painted, offering depth to our dialogues and richness to our relationships. Through exploring the use of silence in effective listening, the eloquence of nonverbal communication, and the strength found in shared silent moments, this chapter reveals how embracing silence can transform our approach to interaction and connection. As we explore the ways silence can amplify understanding and intimacy, we invite readers to reconsider their perceptions of communication. Beyond the spoken word lies a vast expanse of silence, ripe with potential for fostering genuine connections and understanding. Join us as we uncover the silent threads that weave through our interactions, holding the power to unite hearts and minds in ways that words alone cannot achieve. The art of listening, silence as understanding. In the tapestry of communication, silence and listening are interwoven threads, essential yet often underestimated. The first discussion point in this chapter focuses on the pivotal role of silence in fostering effective listening and deepening our understanding of others. Silence, in this context, is not a passive absence but an active presence, a choice that enriches our ability to receive, process, and empathize with the messages being conveyed. Silence is the space between words. Effective listening requires more than just hearing words, it involves fully absorbing the essence of what is being communicated. Silence provides the space between words, allowing listeners to digest the spoken information and tune into the unspoken emotions and intentions. This quiet space is where understanding begins to grow, offering the listener time to reflect on the message's content and context. The gift of presence. Choosing silence over immediate response signals a profound respect for the speaker. It communicates that their words merit attention and consideration, fostering a communication environment grounded in mutual respect and openness. This act of silent listening is a gift of presence, validating the speaker's feelings and thoughts, and creating a foundation for deeper connection and understanding. Active silence in listening. Engaging in active silence is a skill that enhances our listening abilities. It involves mindful attention, focusing entirely on the speaker, free from distractions or the preparation of a response. Nonverbal engagement, utilizing nods, eye contact, and facial expressions to convey interest and empathy without interrupting the flow of conversation. Reflective pauses, allowing moments of silence before responding to ensure that the speaker feels heard and to give oneself time to formulate a thoughtful reply. Enhancing empathy and connection. Silence, when used as a tool for listening, bridges gaps in understanding and empathy. It opens us to the perspectives and feelings of others, beyond the surface level of words. By embracing silence, we allow the speaker's message to resonate fully, fostering a sense of being truly seen and heard. This depth of understanding strengthens relationships as both parties feel more connected and valued in the exchange. Transformative listening. Incorporating silence into our listening practices transforms the way we communicate and connect with others. It shifts our focus from simply waiting for our turn to speak to truly engaging with and understanding the speaker. This transformation not only enriches our personal and professional relationships but also cultivates a more compassionate and empathetic world. The use of silence in effective listening is a powerful tool for enhancing understanding and connection. As we learn to embrace the quiet moments within our conversations, we discover the profound impact that attentive, silent listening can have on our relationships and our capacity to understand those around us. The unspoken symphony, nonverbal communication, and the eloquence of silence. In the realm of communication, words often take center stage, but beneath the surface lies a powerful undercurrent of nonverbal cues and silent messages that speak volumes. The second discussion point in this chapter illuminates the eloquence of silence in nonverbal communication, exploring how silence, paired with body language, facial expressions, and other nonverbal signals, can convey complex emotions and intentions without a single word being spoken. The language of silence. Silence, when intertwined with nonverbal communication, becomes a language of its own, one that is nuanced, deeply emotional, and incredibly expressive. A pause in conversation, the holding of space, or an intentional moment of quiet can communicate empathy, understanding, respect, and patience. These silent gestures allow for a deeper connection than words alone can offer, as they convey a willingness to engage on a more intimate and attentive level. Decoding silent messages. Understanding the subtleties of nonverbal cues requires a keen sense of observation and empathy. A compassionate glance, a gentle nod, or a supportive posture can affirm solidarity and understanding, while averted eyes or closed body language might signal discomfort or disagreement. The ability to read and respond to these silent messages fosters a more nuanced interaction, enabling individuals to connect on an emotional level that transcends verbal communication. The power of pausing. The strategic use of pauses in conversation is a vital aspect of nonverbal communication. Pauses can serve multiple functions. They can give emphasis to what has been said, offer the listener time to process information, or create an opening for reflection and deeper insight. The eloquence of silence in these pauses communicates respect for the dialogue and its participants, showcasing the power of what is left unsaid. Enhancing emotional connectivity. Silent, nonverbal communication is a cornerstone of emotional connectivity. It allows individuals to express solidarity, compassion, and empathy without overt statements. In moments of grief, joy, or profound reflection, silence accompanied by meaningful nonverbal cues can be more comforting and powerful than any words. This form of communication fosters a sense of shared experience and emotional resonance that deepens bonds between people. Silence as a response. In certain situations, silence, coupled with appropriate nonverbal cues, can be the most effective response. It can signify contemplation, agreement, or the need for space and time to process. Recognizing when silence is the best form of communication is a skill that enhances dialogue by ensuring that responses are thoughtful and measured, contributing to a more respectful and meaningful exchange. The interplay between nonverbal communication and silence is a dance of subtlety and strength. It emphasizes the profound impact of our presence, gestures, and expressions in conveying complex layers of meaning. As we navigate our relationships and daily interactions, understanding and harnessing the eloquence of silence and nonverbal cues can transform our connections, enabling us to communicate with a depth and authenticity that words alone cannot achieve. Shared silence, a bridge to deeper connections. In the intricate dance of human relationships, silence often plays an unsung role in forging and deepening bonds between individuals. The third discussion point of this chapter focuses on the profound impact that shared silent moments can have on our connections, offering a unique pathway to intimacy and understanding that transcends the spoken word. The intimacy of shared silence. When two or more individuals come together in silence, a remarkable thing happens. A space is created that allows for an authentic connection, free from the constraints and distractions of verbal communication. This shared silence can be as simple as sitting together and watching a sunset, engaging in a silent meditation, or just being in the same room without the need to fill the air with words. These moments invite participants to communicate on a deeper level, fostering a sense of closeness and mutual understanding that words can sometimes fail to achieve. Building trust through silence. Silence shared with another person requires a level of trust and comfort that is not always necessary in verbal exchanges. The willingness to be silent together signals a mutual respect and acceptance that can strengthen the foundation of any relationship. It communicates, "I am comfortable with you, and I trust you with the space of my inner thoughts and feelings." This unspoken trust is a powerful binder that can make relationships more resilient and profound. The healing power of silence. In times of sorrow, confusion, or conflict, shared silent moments can offer solace and understanding that words might disrupt. Sometimes, the best way to offer support is simply by being present with someone in silence, providing a comforting space where emotions can be felt and processed without judgment. This silent support can be incredibly healing, offering strength and companionship during life's challenging moments. Cultivating shared silent moments. To incorporate shared silence into relationships, it's important to communicate its value and establish a mutual willingness to engage in this practice. Some ways to cultivate shared silent moments include setting aside time to enjoy silent activities together, like walks in nature or quiet evenings at home. Introducing silent pauses in conversations to reflect and connect more deeply with each other's thoughts and feelings. Participating in silent retreats or workshops as a way to explore and deepen the relationship. The language of silence in love and friendship. In romantic and platonic relationships alike, shared silence is a testament to the comfort and compatibility between individuals. It's a reminder that the strongest connections are not always built on words but on the unspoken understanding and shared experiences that silence can provide. Embracing these moments of quiet togetherness can lead to a more profound appreciation of each other and the relationship. In conclusion, strengthening relationships through shared silent moments is a testament to the power of nonverbal communication in forging deeper connections. By embracing silence together, we open the door to a more intimate, trusting, and understanding relationship, proving that sometimes, the most meaningful conversations are the ones that are unspoken. Conclusion. As we reach the end of Chapter 4, Communicating Through Silence, we have journeyed through the silent spaces that enrich and deepen our connections to one another. Through the exploration of effective listening, the nuances of nonverbal communication, and the shared intimacy that silent moments bring, this chapter has illuminated the paradoxical power of silence in fostering meaningful interactions and strengthening relationships. The discussions within these pages challenge the conventional emphasis on verbal communication, revealing how silence can serve as a profound medium of expression, understanding, and connection. Silence, we've discovered, is not merely the absence of noise but a presence filled with potential, a canvas for the unspoken, a sanctuary for shared experiences, and a bridge to deeper relational understanding. By embracing the quiet moments, we open ourselves to a new dimension of communication, one that emphasizes the quality of presence over the quantity of words. This silent communion offers a path to relationships rooted in mutual respect, empathy, and genuine connection. It teaches us that in the quiet, we can find a deeper sense of companionship and understanding, reminding us that sometimes, the most profound connections are formed not through words, but through the comfortable and compassionate sharing of silence. As we conclude this exploration, the transformative potential of silence in communication stands clear. We are invited to consider silence not as a barrier to connection but as a pathway to deeper, more meaningful interactions. This understanding sets the stage for the next chapter in our journey, Chapter 5, The Spiritual Dimensions of Silence. Here, we will transition from the interpersonal to the internal, exploring how silence serves as a gateway to spiritual awakening and a deeper connection with the divine. As we move forward, let us carry the lessons of silence into all aspects of our lives, embracing its potential to transform not only our relationships with others but our relationship with ourselves and the world around us. Chapter 5, The Spiritual Dimensions of Silence. In Chapter 5, The Spiritual Dimensions of Silence, we turn inward to explore the profound role silence plays in the quest for spiritual awakening and a deeper communion with the divine. Across the ages and within myriad religious and spiritual traditions, silence has been revered not merely as the absence of sound but as a rich, fertile ground for spiritual growth and understanding. This chapter opens the gateway to recognizing silence as an essential practice in the spiritual journey, a practice that transcends cultural and religious boundaries to touch the core of our being. Silence, in the spiritual context, is often seen as a direct path to experiencing the divine, a way to quiet the mind's constant chatter and tune into a deeper, universal truth. It offers a space for reflection, prayer, and meditation where the spiritual seeker can connect with the sacred within and around. Here, in the quietude, the noise of everyday life falls away, revealing a sense of peace and oneness that words can scarcely capture. As we navigate the realms of silence within spiritual and religious traditions, personal anecdotes of spiritual discovery, and the integration of silence into daily practice, this chapter seeks to illuminate the transformative power of quiet. It highlights how, through the deliberate cultivation of silence, individuals have encountered profound insights, experienced spiritual awakenings, and fostered a more intimate relationship with the divine. Embarking on this exploration, we invite readers to consider how silence might play a role in their own spiritual paths. Whether one is deeply embedded in a specific religious tradition or navigating the waters of spirituality independently, silence offers a universal point of connection, a serene expanse in which to seek, discover, and grow. Through the insights and practices shared in this chapter, we hope to inspire a journey into silence that enriches the soul and deepens the spiritual experience, opening the heart to the infinite possibilities that quietude brings. Silence across the spiritual spectrum. In exploring the vast landscape of spiritual and religious traditions, one thread weaves through them all with remarkable consistency: the practice and reverence of silence. This universal presence speaks to silence's intrinsic value not as mere absence of noise but as a profound vessel for spiritual exploration and connection. This section illuminates how various faiths and spiritual paths have honored silence, using it as a bridge to the divine and a tool for inner transformation. Buddhism, the sound of silence. In Buddhism, silence is integral to meditation and mindfulness practices, serving as a path to enlightenment. The practice of vipassana, for example, emphasizes silence as a means to cultivate deep awareness and insight into the nature of existence. Through silent meditation, practitioners learn to observe their thoughts and feelings without attachment, encountering the profound peace and understanding that lies beyond the mind's chatter. Christianity, the quiet heart. Christian contemplative practices, such as centering prayer and the silent retreats of monastic life, highlight the role of silence in fostering a closer relationship with God. The Desert Fathers, early Christian hermits, valued silence for its ability to purify the heart and mind, making space for divine communication. In these moments of quiet, believers report experiencing God's presence more palpably, as silence becomes a sacred space for prayer and reflection. Hinduism, the divine in stillness. Hinduism's rich tapestry of spiritual practices includes the use of silence for self-realization and connection with Brahman, the ultimate reality. The concept of mauna, or sacred silence, is practiced as a way to calm the mind and transcend the ego, facilitating a deeper understanding of one's true self and the interconnectedness of all life. In this tradition, silence is not just an absence but a presence that reveals the divine within. Islam, the silence of submission. In Islam, silence is valued for its ability to cultivate inner peace, patience, and spiritual submission to Allah's will. Sufism, the mystical branch of Islam, particularly emphasizes silent contemplation and meditation as means to experience God's love and presence. The practice of silent dhikr, the remembrance of Allah, allows devotees to connect deeply with their faith in a personal, introspective manner. Indigenous and nature-based spirituality, listening to the earth. Many indigenous and nature-based spiritual traditions hold silence in high esteem, viewing it as a way to deepen one's connection with the natural world and the spirit realm. Silent observation and listening are practices that foster a sense of harmony with the earth and an understanding of the subtle messages it conveys. In these traditions, silence is a teacher, offering lessons in living in balance with nature and all its beings. Silence as a spiritual common ground. Across these diverse traditions, silence serves as a powerful common ground, a universal spiritual language that transcends doctrinal differences. It offers a means to explore the deepest questions of existence, connect with the divine, and embark on a journey of self-discovery and transformation. As we explore the sacredness of silence across cultures and faiths, we find a shared understanding of its potential to heal, enlighten, and unite. In embracing silence, these spiritual traditions invite us to experience the profound and the sacred, reminding us that in the quiet, we can discover not only a deeper connection with the divine but with the very essence of our being. Voices of Silence, Personal Journeys of Spiritual Discovery. The personal anecdotes of spiritual discovery through silence form a mosaic of experiences that highlight the transformative power of quietude. These stories, drawn from individuals who have ventured into the depths of silence, illuminate the varied paths silence can carve in the quest for spiritual awakening and connection. This section explores several such journeys, offering a glimpse into the profound impact that silence can have on the soul's landscape. Finding peace in the pause. One account comes from a woman who found solace in silence during a period of immense personal loss. In the aftermath of grief, she began to seek moments of quiet, away from the sympathies and conversations that, while well-intentioned, often felt overwhelming. In the silence of early mornings, she discovered a space where her grief could exist without words, a place of healing where she felt a deep connection to the loved one she had lost. Through silence, she found not only peace but a sense of presence that comforted her in her journey through grief. The sound of clarity. Another anecdote comes from a man who turned to silence as a refuge from the noise of a career that demanded constant connectivity. By dedicating time to silent retreats and daily periods of quietude, he encountered a clarity of mind that he had not experienced since his youth. Silence became a wellspring of creativity and insight, revealing desires and dreams that had been buried under years of busyness and distraction. This rediscovery inspired a shift in his life path, guiding him towards a more fulfilling career and a balanced way of living. Unity in silent connection. A remarkable story of silence comes from a group of individuals from diverse spiritual backgrounds who participated in an interfaith silent retreat. Despite their different beliefs, they found common ground in the shared experience of silence. This collective journey through quietude fostered a sense of unity and mutual respect that transcended religious differences. Participants reported leaving the retreat with a deeper understanding of their own faith and a profound respect for the spiritual paths of others. Awakening to the present. Another narrative centers on a young adult's use of silence to combat the feeling of disconnection brought on by the digital age. By incorporating silent meditation into her daily routine and consciously choosing to unplug from digital devices, she awakened to the richness of the present moment. Silence taught her to listen to her inner voice and to the world around her with a newfound appreciation. This practice of intentional silence became a cornerstone of her spiritual growth, leading her to a path of mindfulness and presence. These personal anecdotes underscore the unique and powerful role that silence can play in spiritual discovery and growth. Each story is a testament to the sacredness of silence, a reminder that within its quiet embrace lies the potential for healing, insight, unity, and awakening. As we reflect on these journeys, we are invited to consider our own relationship with silence and the ways in which it might lead us to deeper spiritual understanding and connection. Weaving silence into the fabric of spirituality. The journey of integrating silence into spiritual practice is a transformative process that beckons the soul towards deeper realms of awareness and connection. As we explore the myriad ways in which silence can be woven into the fabric of spirituality, we uncover a universal practice adaptable to any faith or belief system. This section offers insights and strategies for making silence a central pillar of spiritual life, enhancing the journey towards inner peace and divine connection. Setting intentions for silence. The first step in integrating silence into spiritual practice is setting a clear intention. What is sought through silence? Is it peace, clarity, deeper understanding, or connection with the divine? By defining the purpose, individuals can approach silence with direction and openness to the spiritual discoveries that await. This intentionality lays the groundwork for a meaningful engagement with silence, transforming it from mere absence of sound into a sacred space for spiritual growth. Daily moments of quietude. Incorporating moments of silence into daily life can begin with small, simple practices. It could be starting the day with a few minutes of silent meditation, taking a silent walk in nature, or spending quiet moments in prayer or reflection before bed. These daily pauses offer regular touchpoints with the inner self and the divine, fostering a routine that gradually deepens one's spiritual practice. Creating a sacred space for silence. Dedicating a physical space for silent contemplation or meditation can significantly enhance one's spiritual practice. This space, whether a corner of a room or a spot in the garden, becomes a sanctuary for silence. Decorating it with items that inspire peace and spirituality, such as candles, sacred texts, or natural elements, can help reinforce the sanctity of silence and the intention to connect with something greater than oneself. Silent retreats and meditative practices. For those seeking to deepen their practice, participating in silent retreats or adopting specific meditative practices focused on silence can be powerful. These structured experiences provide a framework for exploring silence more profoundly, often leading to significant spiritual insights and transformations. Whether through a guided retreat or personal meditation practice, these prolonged periods of silence can catalyze a deeper understanding of the self and the divine. Reflecting and journaling. Integrating silence into spiritual practice is not just about the experience of quiet itself but also about reflection on these experiences. Keeping a journal to document thoughts, feelings, and spiritual insights that arise during times of silence can be incredibly valuable. This practice of reflection helps to integrate the lessons of silence into one's spiritual journey, providing a tangible record of spiritual evolution and deepening understanding. Embracing silence as a spiritual companion. Over time, silence becomes more than a practice, it becomes a trusted companion on the spiritual path. It offers solace, guidance, and profound connection, revealing truths that words cannot express. By integrating silence into spiritual practice, individuals open themselves to the transformative power of quietude, discovering that within silence lies the key to deeper spiritual awakening and divine communion. Integrating silence into spiritual practice is a journey of embracing the quiet, listening deeply to the whispers of the soul, and connecting more intimately with the divine. Through intention, daily practices, sacred spaces, and reflective contemplation, silence becomes a luminous path to spiritual discovery and fulfillment. Conclusion. As we draw this chapter to a close, we reflect on the profound journey through the spiritual dimensions of silence, recognizing silence not merely as an absence of sound but as a profound presence that resonates with the core of our being. Through the exploration of silence across spiritual and religious traditions, personal narratives of discovery, and the practical integration of silence into spiritual practice, we've unveiled the multifaceted ways in which silence serves as a gateway to deeper spiritual awakening and connection with the divine. Silence, we've learned, is a universal language, understood and revered by diverse faiths and paths as a means to access the sacred, to listen to the whispers of the soul, and to commune with the infinite. It is in the quiet that we often find the loudest truths, the deepest peace, and the clearest guidance. The personal stories shared in this chapter serve as powerful testaments to the transformative impact of silence, reminding us that in our own moments of quiet, we too can encounter profound revelations and spiritual solace. The invitation to integrate silence into our spiritual practices encourages us not only to seek silence but to embrace it as a vital component of our spiritual journey. Whether through dedicated spaces for quiet contemplation, daily moments of silence woven into our routines, or immersive experiences like silent retreats, we are called to make room for silence in our lives. In doing so, we open ourselves to the infinite possibilities that silence offers for growth, healing, and deeper connection. We stand at the threshold of our own silent journeys, equipped with the understanding that silence is not merely a passive state but an active force of spiritual nourishment. It is a sacred vessel that carries us closer to the essence of who we are and to the divine presence that pervades all of life. May this chapter serve as both an inspiration and a guide as you embark on your spiritual journey of silence, discovering the peace, wisdom, and connection that await in the quietude of your being. In silence, may we all find the path to our deepest selves and to the universal truths that bind us all. Embracing the journey, the unending symphony of silence. As we draw the curtains on the power of silence, how stillness speaks volumes, we stand at the precipice of a new understanding, equipped with the knowledge that silence is not merely an absence but a presence full of potential and depth. This book has journeyed through the multifaceted dimensions of silence, from its power to transform our communication and relationships to its profound spiritual significance across various traditions. Silence, we've discovered, is a sanctuary within which we can find solace from the clamor of the world, a mirror reflecting the truths of our inner selves, and a bridge connecting us to the divine. It's a force that, when embraced, enriches every facet of our existence, offering clarity in confusion, peace in turmoil, and connection in isolation. As we close this chapter and look towards the horizon, let us carry forward the message that silence is a gift waiting to be unwrapped in our daily lives. Let it not be an end but the beginning of a lifelong journey where we continually discover the strength in stillness, the wisdom in quietude, and the profound connections that silence can foster. May we each find the courage to invite silence into our lives, to create spaces of quiet reflection, and to listen to the whispers of our hearts and the symphony of the world around us in new, profound ways. Let us remember that in the tapestry of life, the threads of silence hold a place of honor, weaving through our days with the promise of peace, understanding, and deep, resonant joy. The power of silence, how stillness speaks volumes, is an invitation to explore, to experience, and to embody the quiet power that silence holds. May this journey into silence inspire you to discover the boundless treasures that await in the stillness, to forge deeper connections with others, and to walk a path of peace and mindfulness. Here's to the quiet moments, the pauses between breaths, the spaces between words, and the stillness that speaks volumes. In silence, may we all find our way home to ourselves and to each other, embarking on a path of discovery, connection, and profound tranquility.
You've just finished The Power of Silence. Across this journey, we've rediscovered silence as more than an absence of noise. It is a practice that heals the mind, strengthens the body, transforms relationships, and awakens the spirit. If this audiobook has resonated with you, subscribe to Better Life Library, like this video, and share your reflections in the comment. Your feedback helps us grow and create more meaningful content. Thank you for listening, and may you carry the power of silence into your daily life.